Hello and welcome to CloudCoin. I'm Sean Worthington. I'm the inventor, and I'm here to tell you about this wonderful new technology that's going to have a very disruptive impact on our world. I'm going to start by talking about myself a little bit. I'm going to tell you how money is an information system and how we can use theories about information systems to design a perfect monetary system. And then I'm going to talk about the CloudCoin Plan, our patent, our trademark, and how you can be involved and become a millionaire. So starting about me, I started programming at the age 13 with the Atari 400. At the age 16, I competed for an expedition and won and ended up going to Australia for about 3 months and lived in the outback and did science. At age 18, I joined the U.S. Air Force as a crew chief. I am right now a FAA airframe and power plant mechanic, so I'm licensed to fix jet engines. At age 24, I studied economics at Chico State, and then took about 30 units of that, and then realized that the money was all in computer science. So I started studying system administration at Heald College in 1999, and then I got my first job as a system administrator shortly after that. And I've been doing system administration pretty much since then. I got my MCSE, CCNA, a whole bunch of other things, Microsoft Certified Database Administrator, Masters of Science in Information Systems Management. In 2002, I started teaching at Shasta College, teaching their Cisco Academy here in California. Began working as a freelance system administrator in the real world, got lots of real world experience. And then I also have studied my PhD level Computer Information Systems Management. I have not finished that. In fact, CloudCoin, you could say, is my dissertation. And here just this summer, 2016, I realized that monetary systems are in fact information systems, and that got me thinking. So let's talk about money as an information system. And I want to show you this YouTube video about the island of Yap. So I don't know if you've heard about the island of Yap, but in the island of Yap, they use stone money. And what you're looking at right now is the center of their village. And in the center of their village, we can call it a bank. They've got a whole bunch of round stone coins. And these coins don't move. They just sit here. And what this is, what you're looking at this, is you're looking at the physical representation of a database. And so this is a database that takes physical form. It's not in electronic form. It's not on a hard drive. It is actually in this village's town center. And this is kind of like what Bitcoin is. Bitcoin is what's called a public ledger, and it is a public thing that everybody can take a look at. It's passed around, and so this is the island of Yap, and their stone money is a lot like Bitcoin is. Now, when it comes to the money that we usually use these days, which is cash in the pocket, or coins in the pocket, or bills, that is a distributed database in which each of us is like a row in a table. And instead of having numbers in the cells to show how much money we have these tokens, these physical representations of numbers that are located in our pockets. And that's how this monetary system creates an accounting system to keep track of who made what and who gets what. These kind of accounting systems are very deep in our human minds. The most essential part of a monetary system is the human brain. In order for a monetary system to work, human beings have to be able to calculate. We have to be able to take a look at prices. We have to look at how much money we have. We have to be able to add and subtract. So if we can't do math, if we're not smart enough to do math, we're not going to have a monetary system. When you think of money as a monetary system, you can think of each one of us people as being like a computer process, and we're running on a huge CPU, which is the universe, And we all run in parallel. So we're all processes that run in parallel, and money is the data. Now, the essence of money is that it is good data, because money is going to help us know what to do. It's going to tell us what actions we should take, whether we should go to school or whether we should go to work or whether we should lie in bed. What should we do? Money tells us. So the most important thing is that money is true if it's going to be good money. And money is here to help us economize. Every single animal needs to economize. And with human beings, if we have a money system, it will help us to get the most amount of stuff for the effort and to economize. Money allows us to build civilizations. And so good money equals good civilizations. If you have crappy money, like right now in Venezuela, the government is just printing out money, and that is causing the entire economy to collapse. People don't know what they should do. They don't know that they're supposed to go out and farm to grow food, and so they're starving. It's all because of bad money. So now we can start to look at the perfect monetary system based on the things that I have learned in my database administration studies. So when I study what is normalization of a database, or what is data integrity, or what is what are operating systems, a lot of these concepts can be applied right to money, and we can figure out what is the perfect monetary system. And we see that one of the most essential things is that there's no counterfeits. Counterfeits adds bad data into the whole system and causes people not to be able to figure things out correctly. But there's another alternative thing, and that is loss of money. Like if the money disappears, that's also a problem. So the best thing for the human mind is money that always, as far as the amount, always stays pretty much the same, at least proportionally. So that nobody, no one person all of a sudden gets a whole bunch of money. That messes everything up. It might sound strange, but we want to make sure that we know who the owner is. Who is the owner of the money? And when we look at identity theft, we can see how some people are able to get access to money who shouldn't have it, because it's not clear who the owner is. Also, the money needs to be private, and this is because people might make bad decisions if they know that everybody's watching them or watching what they buy. If you went to the store and everybody was watching you purchase things, you might purchase different things than you would normally purchase. And you might get a different job, and you might sell for different prices. So privacy is an important feature because it allows us to make decisions that are smart and resist social pressure. Along with the losses is that this is not just the money, but the entire monetary system should not be able to be destroyed. For example, suppose that we have Bitcoin, and they develop a quantum computer which can crack all the Bitcoin codes, and then suddenly the whole Bitcoin system doesn't work anymore. That would be devastating, and so a monetary system should not be destroyed. It should be fault tolerant. The perfect monetary system should allow money to be used over great distances. So, for example, we've got CloudCoin that can be used across to the other side of the world because it's electronic currency. It should be able to be used at any time, and that means that I can use it at any hour of the day, but also I can store it and I can use it later. It should be separate from any political system, mainly because political systems try to manipulate the money in order for some people to gain at other people's expenses, and that's going to hurt everybody. And so the money should be separate from the political systems. And the perfect monetary system is going to be easy to think about, easy to make decisions. So we don't want any weird fractions. We want unit of accounts that make sense. For example, it shouldn't cost 0.00785 somethings to buy a Pepsi. That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so I have filed a CloudCoin patent, and the purpose of this patent is to make sure that, number one, I can use it, and it's going to be, or it has been given to an entity called the CloudCoin Consortium. This is a group of what are called detection administrators. They're called RADA administrators, and the RADA is the redundant array of independent detection agents. And these are people and clouds, actually, that are located all around the world. So right now we have 25 clouds, and they are located in Russia, they're located in Taiwan, Philippines, Switzerland, UK, Canada, United States, Croatia, Serbia, more places than I can remember. And they're all run by different people. And what happens is that, in fact, I can show this. Here I'm going to go to our detection web page. If I refresh it, you can see all of these turn red, and as the rate of servers are contacted, they turn green. And we can see how many milliseconds it takes for these servers to be contacted, and actually this is how long it takes them to detect the authenticity of a cloud coin, and it usually takes less than a second. And you can see that we've got one server here, number 3, that's being deployed right now. It's not up and going, but all the rest are. And so even though there's 25 of these and they're all over the world, because of the speed of light, it only takes milliseconds for them all to be contacted and to return a verdict of whether the cloud coin is authentic or not. And so what happens is that we have these files, and the files can be JPEGs, or they could be JSON files, like a text file. I'll show you what the JPEGs look like. They can actually look like anything that you'd want them to look like. But here's, a bunch of JPEGs. These are all encrypted on my hard drive, and they can be emailed, they can be sent over Skype, they can be SMS'd. I mean, they can be sent in any different way that you can imagine. So it's very easy to trade them back and forth. In these files, there are 25 different codes, and I show you a block here where each one of these represents one of the 25 GUIDs. These are random numbers that are unguessable, and they correspond to one of the RAIDA servers. And so if I own one of these coins, I can show that I'm the one that knows all these numbers. And I'm the only one that knows these numbers. So that makes me the owner. Now when I give you one of these cloud coins, like I sent it to you, then I will know the numbers and you will know the numbers. And so what you want to do is you want to then take ownership. And when you take ownership, that's going to change all of those numbers so that only you know them. And then I won't know them anymore, and then you will be the only owner. And so that's how ownership is controlled, or how ownership passes from person to person. CloudCoin is different in that it has, number one, 25 different servers that are contacted in parallel, but it also has a fixed amount of currency. That means that there's about 16.7 million bills or notes, and the number never increases or decreases. So it's a fixed amount. These coins expire. Every time you use them, the month and the year that you use them is recorded, and then every 2 years we go through and we look for any coins that haven't been spent in the last 2 years, or they haven't been authenticated in the last 2 years. And if they haven't been used, we assume that the person has lost them, and so that we can recover those. And that's actually how we pay for our infrastructure from lost coins. Now it could be that you have cloud coins and you lose one of them, and as long as you know the serial number and you can pinpoint the month in which you lost it, you can file a lost report. And when we're doing our checks, if we find a coin that is your serial number, that's the same month that you say you lost it, then we can return that cloud coin to you, and so you can actually recover your lost money. The other thing about this is that these RAIDA servers can repair each other. They can self-repair, and so there might be situations in which they become out of sync, where one thinks the coin is good and the other one thinks it's bad, because, for example, here's number 3, it's offline, we want to spend and buy stuff. Number 3 doesn't get the changes, and so when 3 comes back up, 3 will trust its neighboring servers to tell it or to vouch for your coin, and it will then change and synchronize with the rest of them. And that's a self-repairing process. It also allows us to have servers that are completely knocked out, wiped out. Maybe they are servers got hit by a meteorite or a fire or flood or what have you. And it doesn't matter because they're all redundant. We just put up another server somewhere else in some other part of the world, and the cloud coins will rebuild it automatically. I have applied for a registered trademark, and this process should take about 6 to 12 months. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. There's no other cloud coins, so hopefully I will get that trademark. The purpose of having the trademark is not so I can own it and keep it and everything. The purpose of it is so that I can share it with the CloudCoin community and everybody can use it together, and that nobody gets locked out of it anyways. So we have this plan. CloudCoin is the best currency ever created in human history. It allows you to sit down at your computer or on your cell phone and buy things just like you're buying cash. It allows you to trade all over the world in seconds. So unlike Bitcoin, which often takes 10 minutes, it's only seconds, and there's no big giant software that you have to download to make this thing work. Simple web pages work, and when we have some other software that's created, and it's very simple. And so this currency, I believe, will dominate the world within 10 years. There's no reason why it shouldn't. It's the best. Let's see here. So right now we're looking for system administrators. We've almost got all the system administrators that we need. We need a few programmers. We're going to be looking at marketing and possibly managers. And basically we don't have a company, we just have a consortium. We're trying to bring on a lot of big name marketers here once everything is working correctly. And what I mean is we want to bring in like Google and Facebook and Microsoft and Apple and a lot of other media outlets in hopes of doing the marketing for this excellent currency. We want CloudCoin to work well and be safe and easy and secure. So we've got a lot of security people that we've got working for us, and it looks like the first place that we're going to shoot for is Venezuela. They need money the most. They need a good money. We're looking for people that can help us with doing press releases, spokespeople, PR, that sort of thing. All right, well, that should give you an introduction of what CloudCoin is. You probably have a lot of questions, and I'm sorry I couldn't answer them all, but there'll be a lot more videos coming in the future. And please check out www.cloudcoin.co, and you can learn more about CloudCoin. Thank you very much.